Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Katarn here. Let's get started with XCOM 2. This is a Star Wars total conversion. As you can see, we have a clone trooper on the side, which is going to make it kind of cool. We're not going to follow the basic storyline. We're going to kind of make up our own, but as it's a Star Wars total conversion, we're going for like an alliance, early alliance, clone troopers versus Empire feel to it. So it should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and start a new game and dive right into it. We're going to play on Commander because that's a little bit harder. Reduce the voice over. And come in here, let's go for a Reaper start, because I like them the best. We're going to double the length of the Avatar project, because I really do not like to feel rushed when I play this game. And I also want to double the length of the mission timers, because I think that that's more fun, allows you to be a little more strategic, and more people do survive if you're smart about it. So we'll go ahead and play like that. We're not going to play on Iron Man, because Iron Man would be a problem for save games in case I have a corruption. I learned my lesson the hard way on that a long time ago. Let's get started. So we're going to kind of skip their story because it doesn't matter. It doesn't match our thing. But if you're interested in it, you can definitely see that elsewhere. We've got Jyn Erso, who's our Reaper, and then some random Republic Commandos, or I guess Rebellion Commandos, Alliance Commandos, and a couple clone troopers. So it's kind of like a Star Wars hodgepodge, but I like it. And you can also customize everything as well. We'll see how it goes. If we can get out of here with all 4 soldiers, I'll be happy with that. Okay, so you can see we have 2 clone troopers and two other characters. I love it. So with the clone troopers, I've always thought in my headcanon to do this, that I would just consider it, people in clone armor, just because it's available as a surplus. Okay, so here we can see we have 3, and they're not very close together. A Claymore right now would not get them. So I'm not sure where they're going to go. I'm going to position her here. She's a Reaper. So if you're not familiar with this game, she's kind of like a stealth recon unit. Okay, so now we've located all of the enemies. This should be all. On Commander, I believe there's only 2 groups of enemies. If we played on Legend, there would be more. So we're going to go ahead and position our guys here for height advantage shots. Go ahead and move our 501st Trooper. We'll move her here. She can still see 2 of them. And then we'll prepare to ambush on the next turn. Hopefully we make it there. So we'll go ahead and put this guy right here. I really love the strategy aspect of this game. Okay, and you can see that they're Imperial Army troopers, so that's similar to the style of uniforms that Han Solo wore in Solo, a Star Wars movie. Let's go ahead and put these guys into Overwatch. It'll allow us to get an ambush shot off. We'll come back to her in a second. We're just going to Overwatch everybody, and now... yeah, it's still not what we want, but we can at least get 2 of the 3 down for sure. So we're gonna take that. Well, maybe not even for sure, but we're gonna take that and see what happens. Let's see. They have 4 health. This will do 5 damage. That should be good. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Taken out 2 of them and started the fight. And have they found me? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, so they haven't found me, but we have some really good shots on him. He's out in the open. So we're going to go ahead and take that. 87% to hit. You know how it works with XCOM. Alright, and we'll have all Star Wars guns after this mission. This is the only mission that it starts us off with Earth-based weapons. But after that, we'll have blasters and lots to choose from. Okay, so we have killed them, and they still don't know where we are. So I'm going to move up my clones now. I would like to stay on that base, but or on that position, but it doesn't look like that's going to work. Use her to try to find them. So the way it works, if you're new to XCOM, is the blue movements are... You basically get 2 actions per turn. If you fire your gun, your actions are over, but you can move once in the blue area and then fire, or you can move twice, like this. And then your turn's over. Okay, here they are. So we found them. They're in the back corner. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like I have any good positions I can get to. And as you can see here in the target preview, if I get my character here, it shows me what he can see from this location. Okay, and at the edge of the blue would allow me to still take a shot. But I don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and position ourselves for another ambush shot. Let's see if we can use some strategery. Oh, they do see us. I forgot about that. They're looking for us actively, so we started the fight. So now we're going to get there fighting back on us. Thankfully, he is in high cover here, so that should give him a little bit of a defensive bonus.
Moving to position.
And we've been super lucky here. It looks like we're only getting shot at once, and they missed. Nice. Okay, because this guy could have shot at us too, but he went into Overwatch, which means that none of my characters can move until we get him out of that, or they're going to get a free shot on me. I think that she can actually flank them. If they're yellow here, it means the character has flanked the enemy, and we can turn the camera here, and we can see that we have a perfect shot on this guy. So we're going to go ahead and take it. 89%. He has 4 health, and our weapon does 3 to 4 damage. So if we hit, there's a chance we'll kill him. If not, he'll be very close. Okay, we only got 3 damage on that, but we did take out the Overwatch, and now she's discovered. So what I want to do here, if I move him here, he'll have a flanking shot on this guy. 85% to finish him off. Point blank, we did it. Alright, excellent. Now I can move this character. Okay. I don't have... It looks like this is the best spot for me to be able to take a shot and still be in cover. So let's go ahead and do that. I would like to keep my height advantage shots, but it doesn't look like that's going to be possible here. About 45% to hit. A little too far away to throw a grenade, so we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, nice shot. Excellent. Okay, and now we can move up our other clone trooper to here, have high cover, and still have a shot on the Imperial officer. Because you can see they have, what is that, 7 health? So the officers have more health than the regular grunt soldiers. And over time, as we continue to gain levels, we'll see new stormtroopers come in and AT-ATs, and it'll start getting pretty, or AT-STs, it'll probably get pretty crazy. But at the beginning, you know, you're dealing with the lower end troops, and it's a lot of fun. And like I said, it's a total conversion. So, man, he's missed. We are really getting some good rules here. We're doing very well. Okay, I don't have anywhere that I can go with this character to take a shot at that character, so I'm going to bring this one up to here to prepare them for next time. I can still take shots from here. I don't have a very good likelihood of hitting them, however. So let's see. If I move up to here, I'm losing some cover. And unfortunately, you can't really tell if the numbers are getting better. I mean, I would think that they are, but we'll go ahead and do that. 29%, slightly better. Missed. Expected. Okay. Now, Ursa, we can bring her to here. She'll have high cover. Actually, if we bring her here, she'll have high cover and be able to hit that trooper with a flanking maneuver. So let's go ahead and do that. And we missed, of course. Alright, so we have one more chance at this. How much damage does our grenade do? Let's figure that out. So I'm going to bring him here. It's going to be under low cover, so he doesn't get nearly as much of a cover bonus, but the grenade is 3 to 4. Let's just finish him off. Let's see. That could be a guaranteed win there. Alright, we got 4 on that, so we got a good roll. And it looks like we're good. So now we can use this character who couldn't make it there before to go up here, plant the C4, and we're done with the mission. X4, excuse me. Plant the X4, and we're good to go. Pretty good mission, and nobody got hurt. I love it. So I'm going to have a link in the description to all of the mods that I've used for this playthrough. There's 151 in total. It sounds crazy, but you have to use the AMS to do it. There's nothing in there I think that's particularly game-breaking, but it does add in like Jedi and stuff like that. So you can see that we got a ranking of flawless, which is perfect. And we'll go ahead and jump out to the loading screen and see how we did. All right, so not bad. And here we are. We're back on the ship with our LAT transport. Pretty cool.
Nothing boosts morale like a few dead aliens.
All right, so it looks like 3 of our 4 people were promoted. If she had killed one of the characters, she probably would have got promoted as well, but she didn't, so... we also got some trooper corpses. That looks good. And now, just an overview of the game real quick. We are on a stolen alien spacecraft, but the XCOM, which is the Alliance, has basically rewired. In my headcanon, we're on a stolen freighter. Looks pretty much like any other, and that's where we're doing our base of operations to try to take the planet. So if we come in here, we can actually take a look at our soldiers. And we can see that, oh, dude, Tim Katarn, I made myself in here. A long time ago, put myself with the Star Wars clothing into the rotation, so it'll be interesting to see what class I get, since it'll probably not be my choice. But you can see we've got like Cara Dune. It looks as much like her as I could make it look. You know, we have a lot of real cool things. We got like Axe Wove, so there's definitely like Mandos and troopers, and it's just a lot of fun, and we're going to be playing against stormtroopers, so I like it. So what we can do now is we have the opportunity, since we have these guys, I have a commander's choice mod, so instead of promote soldier and it'll just randomly pick a class, we can make her whatever we want. So we do want a Jedi for sure, so I'm going to train her as a Jedi. Okay, and you can see that there's abilities here that will lock or will unlock as we go up. Now the thing is, Jedi are ultra weak in this mod, ultra weak whenever you first start. So we're going to try to keep her off the battlefield as much as possible, and she'll get XP through covert missions and other things until she's about at the rank of Knight or Guardian, and then, man, the class just really starts to come alive. So you can see that. Let's go ahead and customize her. Let's do her weapon. Let's give her a yellow lightsaber. Yeah, I like that. Just be a little different. Okay. So that's cool. We've got some other ones. Let's see. This guy, we're going to make him, since he's red, it makes me think of healing, so I'm going to choose him as a specialist, because he's going to be one of the people that are dedicated to healing us. As you can see, they get aid protocol and hack, which is nice, and they use their droid here. So what we're going to do is we're going to change our loadout, and we're going to make that Star Wars-y, right? So we have an interrogation droid that we can go with, which is pretty cool. Or we can go with a seeker droid, kind of like from Battlefield 2 with Iden Versio. So we'll go with the Rebel version of the seeker droid. I think that's kind of cool. And then as far as his weaponry goes, we can actually change out all this Earth weaponry for actual Clone Wars rifles. Like here's the DC-15A rifle. Now this is a long-range rifle, so that's kind of perfect since he's a healer. I don't want him to necessarily be in frontline combat, so I think that that's good. The downside to this is it only has 3 shots before it has to reload. You do have to reload in this game, and that takes half an action, so you have to plan for that on the field. And our last guy is this dude, which I'm loving the binoculars on his helmet. 6'10". I don't know my clones nearly as well as I should, but I'm going to make him an akimbo because I think that the akimbo is great.
Using 2 guns simultaneously requires agility, reflexes, and a lot of special training. This fighting style has an unrivaled ability to create an unstoppable barrage of attacks.
Okay, so this is another one of our mods, the Akimbo mod. So it's basically a dual pistol wielding mod, so think like Sabine Wren. It's really nice for Mandalorians, and it also has some melee as well, kind of like Gun Kata from maybe like... I'm blanking on the movie name. It starts with an I. Christian Bale. We'll get back to it. Tell me in the comments. Somebody knows. So yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. And then here we can do, we don't want to actually change out his weapons because some of the Star Wars weapons don't have the ability on the pistols to add modifiers to them. So we're going to reskin them instead. So if we come in here, it says nothing, but then if we turn this to equipable off, we can find all of the Star Wars pistol mods. Now this guy, since he's a clone trooper, I think we should maybe stick with well, we've got all kinds of options. I'll show you here. You know, Briar pistol. There's so much. There's even more than this, I think, too. It's just that not everything gets classified. Now, I really like these pistols just because they have that, like, 50s sci-fi aesthetic. In fact, I think I'm going to go with those for him. We'll give him 2. We could even do 1 and the other. There we go. That's kind of cool. It's got that old style sci-fi mechanic, but still being a Star Wars pistol from somewhere in the galaxy, and that would be something that I would use. I really like that. All right, so there we have those, and he's good to go. He doesn't have a droid or anything. He's just going to be our pistolier. I like it. Now, everybody else down here will get XP as we do this. I think in the base game, only the soldiers that you take into combat get XP, but in our game, I think they get like a fourth of the XP of the group. That way, you know, you're actually making some progress, because squad wipes can and do happen, and you'll end up with some other soldiers that can perform. So let's come out here. We have to go down here to engineering and build our facilities. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do here is get the resistance ring going in the center so that we can start sending people out on covert ops. That will be really helpful for us. As soon as we get an engineer, we're going to clear off this side and throw up our guerrilla tactics center, which will help us train new members and get additional squad to deploy. Now we have a research choice, and we're going to choose modular weapons. It's going to take 3 days. So go ahead and do that, and then we can go back up here, and I have some mods like disabling the really annoying sequence that happens every time you click on the map. And we can see our first rumor is that there are supplies. It'll take us 5 days to find them. So we're going to send out the ship to do that. Should be a lot of fun.
We may have chosen a different means of resistance, but our people fight for the same reason, for the world we once knew. Together we will end this occupation, or die trying.
Very nice. No.
We have thrown off the shackles of alien oppression, and through discipline, we have survived. We don't rely on the aliens' technology, and we would never live in their cities. We are the hunters. We move in the shadows, and we won't sleep until the last alien is dead at our feet.
Very cool. Now, major marks for you if you know who that voice is. Very famous voice. Kind of relevant to the channel as well. So let me know in the comments if you know who the voice actor is that just did that. Very exciting. All right, so we are down here at the site. Let's go ahead and get started. So we just have to click that, and it'll start doing the searching, and time starts to move through here. You can see we're done with modular weapons. We now have access to an apprentice saber staff. Excuse me, and an apprentice lightsaber. All right, so we also have magnetic weapons we can research and hybrid materials. We're going to do the hybrid materials because it's part of the quest line in order for us to continue, so we'll do that. Get these supplies. Supplies are super necessary for practically everything in this game, and the higher difficulty you play on, the less supplies you have access to, which makes it a little bit harder. Makes those missions also important that you don't fail them. All right, now we're gonna try to find some rookies over here. Looks like we're in like the Siberia area of Russia. All right, hybrid materials is complete, so now we can make a nanoscale vest as well as research some alien biotech. So let's go ahead and do that. That takes 3 days. Okay, and we'll have that done before we get our rookies. All right, we have our first guerrilla ops. Now these pop up, I think, on a regular schedule. And if you have more areas unlocked that you're in contact with, you'll have a choice between different regions, and they'll have different rewards. In this case, since we only have one region, we only have one target that we can go after. As you can see, now this is Operation Tomb Walker. We have to recover the item from the Advent facility. They think it's going to be easy, and they're going to give us an engineer as a reward if we do it. So let's go ahead and do that.
For the Arctic territories.
Basically, we have to respond. We'll take our bulk freighter into position and make sure it looks completely normal. We are not going to bring a Jedi. That would be a bad idea. They're basically one shot away from death. We do want to bring Urso because we want her to level up. She's basically like a hero character. She can do a lot more. The Reapers, the Templars, and I can't remember the other one. Advent Troopers. They're former Advents. Skirmishers. That's it. They're kind of like your hero units. They get a whole lot of perks. Your Jedi, if you level them up, will also become hero units. So we'll go ahead and take Tim Katarn. I may die on this, but let's go ahead and get me a proper blaster. Now, we have a lot of choices, and each of these have pros and cons. You can't really see like the stats, so you just have to kind of play around with it and know. Like for example, this carbine is going to be good at medium range, but not so good at long range and not so good up close. The rifle, the E11 blaster rifle, is kind of like the jack of all trades in this game. It's middle of the line, can shoot short, can shoot long, but you know, there's like a sweet spot for all these weapons in their range. Now, what I want to give him is the E22 blaster rifle. I just think it looks awesome, quite honestly, and it's a more of a closer range option. So I want to get up close with this guy with some cover and get in there. But that's kind of like how I see myself. So we're here. The other thing we want to do is we want to build an item, and we want to build a med kit. And we want to give the med kit to our medic. So he'll be able to heal one person, and as he levels up, he gets more abilities and can heal more and for higher amounts. So that'll be great. All right, go ahead and launch the mission. Right now we can do 4 troopers on the ground in our missions. Once we level up a little bit, we'll be able to do 5 and then 6 ultimately. So having 6 characters is a huge, huge advantage. Seems like the most dangerous way to disembark ever, but, you know, it's their thing. Okay, so we are concealed at the beginning, so I want to use her. Since she's always concealed and can move faster than and farther than other people, I want to use Urso to try to figure out where the enemy is. That's also a famous voice. I don't know if you'll be able to get that one if you don't know who it is. Okay, so we found our first group of aliens. You can see here that we have, looks like a army trooper and an interrogation droid. So we're going to go up, stay out of that red area. That means they'll see us. We need to set ourselves up to attack on the next roll. So I'm putting people into cover where I think that they'll be best suited. Yeah, like right there. We also want to make sure we don't cluster our people, because just like we can use grenades, they will as well, if they can. Okay, so the droid went there. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We can see both of them here. So we're going to go ahead and go to Overwatch. And he can only see one. So let's put this guy here. Alright, there we go. Now he can go into Pistol Overwatch. And I can bring him. I want him to be close, so I want to bring him here. It's not better right now, but if that droid moves out, he might be able to see him now. The thing is that I want to save my Claymore because I can't get them both. So I'm going to just take this shot. 85%, and if we roll the 4, we'll kill him outright. And she missed. Great. Is she going to be revealed? Yes, she's revealed. So our whole team is blown. Okay, so what's going to happen now is we're going to have a chance to ambush. Nice. We hit. Alright, so as they move in our field of vision, we're able to hurt them. Alright, sweet. We got them both. So that's huge. Now, the thing is that we are no longer concealed. None of our group is. So we have to be really careful, because wherever we move, if it's somewhere that another group can see us like that, all of a sudden, boom, we're into combat. That's not what I wanted to do, so that was my bad. I wanted to actually be on the other side of that. Go ahead and go there. Alright. I want her to go back into shadow, which means she'll be concealed. I can put her here. Okay. And then we can use her to ambush again on the next turn, because it'll make... Well, no, it probably won't anymore, but I think from shadow she just does better. So we'll go ahead and leave her there for now. Let's go ahead and check this guy. Where can he move? This is a good spot. We can see both of them. And we can even fire off at the droid here. Let's do it. Alright, 5 damage is pretty big. In fact, it's big enough that since she's 100% to hit, I'm gonna let her fire here. It should kill the droid. All right, that's huge. We're getting some really good rolls because at the beginning of the game, it's kind of like miss, 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 miss. None of your characters have very good chances to hit, but we're doing really well. All right, now he's running away for reinforcements, which is kind of a problem for us. So we're gonna have to push up strategically and just make sure that we're good. Okay, so we found the objective, which is in here. We have to get that before the turn timer runs out. So let's go ahead. I'm just gonna move everybody to their furthest first action position, just to make sure that. I wonder, is there something that we can do? Can they hack the chest here? All right, let's do it. We're sending in the gremlin, and it's going to... Okay, 51% chance to recover a small cache of intel. Let's do it. All right, looks like we got it. Very nice. I almost never get those, too, so that's kind of cool to see. All right. Excellent. Okay, shit. Now we have... this means that there's a reinforcement coming in. So there's going to be reinforcements landing in the next turn. So we'll go ahead and put her in Overwatch Concealed. And we'll bring this guy here. And we're just going to go Pistol Overwatch. And here we'll use Pistol Overwatch as well. This way when they come off and they scatter, we shoot at them. And it's a surprise shot. So you can see that they're coming in. It looks like a medical droid and an officer and a trooper. Crap. Okay. Well, we can do this. We're going to be alright. As soon as they scatter, they'll draw the fire. There we go. Alright, got that guy. Alright, so we were able to take out the officer, which is big, because he can buff the other player. Okay, so I'm kind of screwed here, because my guy is not in cover. As you can see, I've got the yellow on my hit points. It means that I'm being flanked right now. So I need to come over here. Make sure I don't get shot. Oh, alright, we're just gonna have to be super lucky and hope that it works. And I think we missed. Yeah. Not so good. This guy's gonna have to save me, I guess. He'll come here. And now he can have a flank shot on this guy. But since his rifle's long range, we got super lucky with the critical there. That's why we only had 50% to hit despite being next to him, because we had a huge long range rifle. Let's go ahead and see if we can take this guy out. There we go. Really good shots. Really good shots. We're getting super lucky here. So she's not revealed. And she's going to need to reload next time. So I'm going to send up this trooper here. See if there's anybody else. We know there's the guy who ran away. So there's probably one other pod that he's hanging out with. Pods are what they call groups of enemies in this game. Okay. I'm going to send in my guy to get the resource because it looks like everything's clear here. Alright, there they are. So these are the last ones, hopefully, on this map. We can take them out, get our weapons schematics, and that's a good place for episode 1. So let's see what I can do here. Yeah, they have kind of a height advantage on us right now, which we want to negate if possible. So I'm going to come over here. That way I can't get hit as easily. And see if I can try to take advantage of height here. Can this girl see anything? We can reload. So Jyn Erso, she has 55% to hit him. And she's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So I don't want her to take damage, so I'm gonna go do high cover, and we'll have her take the shot next time because we're doing really well right now with not having people be damaged. Okay, let's take a look. So we have some low cover, but this would be above that guy and flanking him. So let's go ahead and do that. And plus he's a pistolier, so we get to shoot twice. We can probably kill him. Let's go ahead and try that. 100% to hit. I love those odds. There we go. Alright. And we get an XCOM point from a height advantage shot, which allows us to make our characters better. Okay, we're panicked and berserk, which means we have no control over the character, and he's going to do crazy stuff like move around and fire. He's kind of losing his mind right now. Alright, they're shooting at me, but they're missing. Good to see. All right, let's go ahead and come on over here. We have a flank shot, looks like, on the trooper down there. So let's go ahead and take that. 100% to hit. Love to see that. All right, and he dropped some loot for us. So if we finish this mission ASAP, we might be able to get that. Let's go ahead and see if I can. Looks like she's gonna have to come in through the door, huh? All right, we'll do that. That way she can grab the piece we need next mission. Or next turn. While everybody else fights. Okay. Can we see the target from here? No. It doesn't look like I have any height advantage spots that can see that droid. So I know from experience that the droid doesn't actually have a grenade. So we can have our characters right next to each other without a problem. And now we can try to take it out. Alright. Good. Alright, I'm no longer panicked, so I can take another shot at it. I don't know why it didn't shoot at me, but there we go. We're good. We got it. Excellent. We did have a soldier get wounded. Apparently somebody got hit. I think Tim Katarn got hit whenever he got panicked and berserk, but other than that, I think that was a pretty darn good time. Let's see what we ended up getting loot-wise. Alright, not bad. So everybody's promoted because we got some really good XP. I'm lightly wounded, as you can see, 11 days in the infirmary, and we'll be back, but it looks good. I'm pretty satisfied with that. What loot did we get? We got an autoloader, which will help us with some of our weapons that don't have nearly as many ammo slots, as well as a laser sight. Really nice to see. Intel, I'm pleased with that. So this is the crux of the game.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration, with one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late. What you are seeing are classified reports of missing civilians from across the world. Their numbers are growing. We suspect they have been taken to a nearby Advent black site, though its exact location remains unknown. Time is short, Commander. We need you to take charge of resistance operations throughout the world. Establish contact with the local cells and bring them into the fold. Find this black site and shut it down. Save our world. The clock is ticking. Good luck, Commander.
Okay, so that's kind of just the story for the base game. Your legendary commander from the original XCOM that was captured, and they just brought you back, and now you're leading the resistance. So,
You have done an outstanding job leading the resistance.
all right. So we have a new engineer. Let's go ahead and put that together. We have 2 soldiers that are potentially bonded, but I'm going to ignore that for now. We have a new engineer, so we're going to have our engineer use this spot and excavate on the ship, because basically we can open up these rooms and then place things there like an infirmary, a workshop, things like that, which will really help us overall in the power of what we're able to do. And before we sign off for today, we also want to level up. So our Akimbo has been promoted, so we can go ahead and give him a new ability. You can see here that every time you level up, you get one for free, and then you have to spend your points in here to purchase additional ones once you have the training center built. So Trigger Guard is really good. It gives a plus 20 bonus to all melee attacks while dual wielding firearms, which is what we have. So Pistol Whip no longer ends the turn if the enemy is already within melee range. So you can actually get 2 attacks on somebody that's right next to you. It's kind of funny that like the Pistolier does more damage with the melee than they do shooting, really, once you get them all the way up there, but it's a fun class, so go ahead and we'll choose that. That's perfect. Now here we can also upgrade our specialist, and we're going to give them medical protocol. That way they can perform healing actions remotely, so they no longer have to be right next to people. That's super helpful. And our Reaper is also going to get promoted. So she gets the Shadow ability. And we're going to do Remote Start, which allows us to detonate explosive items on the field from a distance without giving away our position. So super helpful because the entire environments are destructible, which is kind of nice. And you can see here that we have 2 Jedi already. So I will be changing him out probably over the break between episodes, and then I'll show you what I've made with him, because we're going to make him a Star Wars character. We're not going to leave a clone trooper Jedi. It doesn't make sense. So, and then here, my commander's choice for me. You can never have enough Jedi. So I'll make myself a Jedi as well, because I'll probably die. That's the thing. In XCOM, everybody dies. You can see we have lightsaber slash, force speed, force jump, and force power. And then as we go up, we'll have even more great abilities. You get to Grandmaster on one of these guys, and they can, as long as they get good rolls on their saber deflects, they can pretty much take on an entire group by themselves. It's pretty fantastic. So it'll be a lot of fun. Alright guys, so this is episode 1 of our XCOM playthrough. It's a game I've never played on this channel before, but it's one that I really found I loved over my hiatus. So let me know what you think about this. My name is Captain Katarn, this is Intrepid Dawn, and I hope to see you in the verse. Thanks for watching.